Your latest column for USA Today is headlined, Democrats Stop Criticizing Biden. You'll have only yourselves to blame. You write in part this. Quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of Democratic voters complaining about someone who has been one of the most progressive presidents that we have ever had. Every time you criticize President Biden, you're making the job of the Republican Party easier. Every time you express your dismay with the Biden administration, you are playing right into the hands of Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy. You know what you hardly ever see Republicans do a few months out from an election? Protest their own people. They get in lockstep, get on message, and attack Democrats. They can get back to the inter-party squabbling after the election. If you don't like how things are going in this country right now, I get it, neither do I. But direct that anger, that frustration, that energy at the Republican Party. Stop giving them a free pass. Start protesting them. And Kurt, your piece comes as polling suggests that President Biden has lost some support from within his own party. So what is your answer then to those who say, though they recognize a president's powers are inherently limited, they feel like their existential rights are at risk, and they want to see more fight from this president on things like abortion rights, but also voting rights, where Democrats have been the problem?
You know, again, as I wrote in this op-ed, I get it. If you're frustrated about what's going on, you're frustrated about the Supreme Court, frustrated about climate change and the crisis that's enveloping our country and our planet, I understand that. Joe Biden isn't your problem. Joe Biden isn't your adversary. Joe Biden isn't your enemy. It is the Republican Party. And every time you spend time protesting in front of the White House or protesting outside of the White House Chief of Staff's home, while that might look great on Twitter and Instagram, it makes for a great picture and story, it does nothing to actually advance your cause. If you want to get policies passed that fundamentally address the root causes of these issues, you need more Democrats in office. You need to hold the Republican Party accountable. You want a good target to protest? Protest the multi-corporations that fund the Republican Party, that fund actions against climate change, that fund actions against taking common sense gun reform and putting them into place. That's the real adversary here. You don't see Republicans do this to themselves when we have the run-up to an election. I spent many years, Jonathan, working in the Republican Party, working in Republican campaigns, and not once did we ever have a strategy meeting where we worried, gee, what if our base starts protesting us as this election cycle unfolds? That doesn't happen on the other side. We got to stop giving that advantage to the Republican Party. We got to stop projecting the idea that Democrats are so dismayed and so down and so out of it and everything is ending. We got to stop doing that. The only chance we have to get the reforms that we know need to happen is to give Joe Biden a bigger Democratic Congress. That's the true target. Let's keep our focus.
Right. And certainly Senator Manchin's vote would count less if there were more Democrats in the Senate, or if Republicans were also coming on board. Kurt Bardella, thank you very much for that. We're going to